BQ's back, baby, and in honor of the first spring migration of the new decade, it's time for a fresh coat of paint. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, this is 2020. Hit the music!
This is Birding with BQ. Living hard to bird hard. All the time.
We are live at FDR Park here in South Philadelphia, and now that spring migration is underway, it's time we bird harder than ever in the new year. People often use years when measuring milestones or accomplishments in their life, and birders are no different. In fact, birders are pretty serious about their year lists when it comes to birding, and for me, in 2020, this year is no different.
Cooper's hawk on the nest.
At the beginning of this year, I set a goal for myself, the quest for 2020, the challenge to digiscope 200 different species of birds by the end of the year. Digiscoping is the art of taking photos or video with your camera through a pair of binoculars or a spotting scope. I've been digiscoping for a couple years because of this awesome case I have called a phone scope. And what I'm able to do is take my cell phone, and if you look way on the other side, you can't see it now, I want to put my phone on the scope. You can see the female mallard all the way on the other side. Now, digiscoping is a pretty specific skill. In fact, many birders use it, but it's not as popular as using a standard camera and lens setup for photography and videography.
Prothonotary warbler. Mamma mia.
I love digiscoping because it's the method I've been using to create the Birding with BQ videos over the years. But I also love digiscoping because after I take a photo or a video of a bird, I can text it to my friends and say, ha ha. And now, for the world premiere of my 50th species on my quest for 2020, the absolutely stunning common grackle. When it comes to the rules on my quest for 2020, all the birds must be taken this year, all the birds must be in the United States when I take them, and I will only be doing digiscope video, no photos. Now you might say to yourself, don't you typically see over 300 species in a given calendar year? That's true. However, 200 species is a serious challenge when it comes to digiscoping because I have to get them on video. Not the easiest thing when you're taking video on a tripod at a pretty considerable zoom. And for those who didn't know, I've been hard at work on my quest for 2020 since day one of the new year. In fact, if you check out my Instagram page, you'll see many stories I've already done where I've been doing things like chasing birds. BQ's back, baby, and it's time to engage chase mode because there's a northern shrike in Allegheny County. Going to specific habitats to look for groups of birds or specific birds that like that habitat. Or sometimes just getting out in the field to see what I find.
Ruby-throated hummingbird. Not at a bird feeder. How about that?
No matter how I do it, you better believe I've always got my binoculars, my spotting scope, and my phone scope with me at all times, just in case a bird shows up that needs to be documented. Keep an eye out for Birding with BQ on both YouTube and Instagram to see what birds I'm seeing and if I am going to conquer my quest for 2020. So until then, stay fresh and peace out, y'all. Oh, and one more thing. Special shout out to the brand, Jeff McDevitt, for lending his amazing video editing talents for that Birding with BQ video package. You're the man now, dog.